I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Vinit Bharara. He is co-founder and CEO at Mojo, and we also have Bart Stein. He is the co-founder and COO at Mojo. Bart, Vinit, wonderful to have you on the show. Thanks for joining me.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
Great. Now, a quick note to our viewers before we get started. This interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Vinit, tell me, what is Mojo?
Mojo is a new sports stock market where the everyday sports fan can invest in athletes like they would stock. So they can use their knowledge and invest in what they know, what they have passion for, what they see on the field, as opposed to companies like Apple and Amazon.
Okay, how'd you come up with the idea?
So we had this idea about 20 years ago. My childhood friend Mark Laurie, who used to be the CEO of Walmart.com, now the owner of the Timberwolves, back then, we all, same idea as sports fans, how can you use your sports knowledge and invest in athletes like stocks? We went to our lawyers and they said, if you do this and it's successful, that'll be online gambling and that'll be illegal. So instead we decided to do what we thought was the next best thing. We created something called the Pit, which was a sports card stock market where the collectible was basically a proxy for the athlete and you could still use your sports knowledge to invest in the players that you loved. And so that worked really well. We sold that to Topps, but fast forward 20 years later, and now with the emergence of online gambling being legal, in most states, we thought we could do it the way we always wanted to do it. No collectible, but a new asset where you can invest in the athlete based on their statistics.
All right, so Bart, talk to me about how it works. Tell me a little bit more about that, and when is it launching?
Yeah, so it's an iOS and Android application that you can download, and if you've ever used a trading app like Robinhood or even for something for crypto like Coinbase, you're going to be very familiar with it. It's like trading stocks or crypto, but instead of it being stocks and crypto, it's your favorite athletes. It's the athletes you know and love, and what you're actually trading on is their career statistics. And so you're trading on this very far out statistic, and then the market is trying to guess what that statistic is going to end up at. And so that creates all this day-to-day, minute-by-minute volatility and excitement, trying to predict how an athlete's stats are going to ultimately end up. And the day-to-day and the minute-by-minute excitement is what we think is going to drive fans crazy, having fun trying to predict what's going to happen next. And so we built that product, and we're going to launch it in September in the state of New Jersey. And as Vinny mentioned, we wanted to make sure that users felt secure putting their money with us, and so we're being regulated by the state gambling laws, and so we'll go state by state, and after New Jersey, we hope to roll out to many, many more states in the near future.
All right, so Vinny, how are you different from the competition? Is there any competition?
Our view is that there's never anything that's existed like this before. When we say sports stock market, there's two things. You need to have stock. And when we say stock, there's a new asset that we're inventing, which allows the owner of that stock to basically entitles him to a guaranteed payout based on the ending career statistics of that player. So you actually own something of value. We talk a lot about intrinsic value in our business so that when you're trading something, you feel like, hey, this is worth something. There's a lot of stuff out there right now where you're not sure what the thing's worth. That's the first. The second thing is the market, and you need to be able to trade that. And there's never been the liquidity that you're going to have. So there's always going to be a price where you can enter your position and exit that position, which is the latest projection of the value of that stock, which is the projection of the player's career. So nothing like that has existed before.
I think just to build on what Vinny is saying, one of the things we take really seriously is making sure users trust that they can put their money with us and feel secure. And so we built all types of world-class controls and security so you can deposit your money instantly, deploy it instantly, and basically we're being regulated, as Vinny said, so everything is going to be super reserved and backed up. And so we really feel good that users are going to feel like this is a place they can really put real dollars to work investing in something they know, like their favorite athletes.
All right, and how is Mojo going to impact the future of sports?
I mean, our vision is that in every debate, in media, wherever you see it, Mojo should be interjected because it should then be the defining price for the player. In the same way, when you're talking about Apple or Amazon, as I mentioned before, you got the New York Stock Exchange and people are checking there's a price for that stock. We should be the price for these players. And again, it can be referenced in all of those debates that we have. And if you're tuning in to watch the game, you can see the Mojo price, which is telling you the latest, what the public's latest view is on that player.
All right, well, this is very exciting. Something to look forward to. You're launching in my home state, New Jersey?
That's right, that's right. My home state too.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations, and it's wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.